What's up, YouTube? I'm Brett.
I'm Lance.
This is Rants Are Us. Today we're going to be discussing which show is better, The Arrow or The Flash. What do you think?
Arrow.
Flash.
No way.
I never got into The Arrow. And I'll tell you why. Too many flashback scenes.
Yeah, but they do the same thing with Flash.
Not really.
Yeah, they're always flashing back to when he was a kid and his mom dies. I've seen that scene like 20 times.
Well, what you see is him running back in time and then changing. I don't know.
Well, it's still Flash.
Ruining everybody's life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay. I never got big into Flash, and I did with season 1. I thought it was great. And then they ended it, kind of screwed up. And then when they started season 2, it's just like, oh, that never happened. Let's just ignore that.
I agree with you on that one. That was the worst part.
So I was like, nope, I'm done.
Yeah. I feel like they don't go to the trouble of maybe kind of explaining some things like they should. I feel like some kind of relationships kind of come out of nowhere too, which you know, there's no build up to it. So in that regard, who has a better team, the Flash or the Arrow?
That's hard for me. I think there's strengths on each team. Like Oliver has Felicity; she's a genius.
Yeah.
And then he's got Diggle. He's great brother. Like he'll go to war for you no matter what. But then at the same time, Flash has Caitlin, and she's got Cisco.
Yeah.
Cisco, I'm hit and miss with Cisco. Like sometimes he's one of my favorites. He cracked me up, but then there's
he's also a superhero.
Like, what's your point? Oh, is he now?
Yeah, he's a vibe or something like that.
Oh yeah, because he's like.
Yeah, I know. He's a walking, talking vibrator.
So whose team is better? At least we don't have that.
Ask Caitlin.
I guess I was going to say Michael and Andy for her.
So I mean, you could do that. But I will say this.
Except for using a vibrator, it'd be like.
Yeah,
he's a walking, talking dildo. So
when you put it that way, it really gives the edge to Team Arrow, doesn't it?
Exactly.
So I'll give
just
you
my
that
tip.
And that's our sex jokes for the day.
That's it. I'm done.
Bet you didn't expect that in an Arrowverse.
Welcome to
Arrowverse. Either way. I think, okay, I'll give you that. All right, what about villains? Who do you think has the edge?
Arrow. I think he has better villains on the show, like Deathstroke, Deadshot.
Deathstroke and Deadshot are two.
That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know, right?
I mean,
you got a bunch of...
Don't they have, like, Captain Boomerang, too?
Yeah, but he was on both.
No, he was on both.
Remember?
Because
Barry...
bunch of nobodies on Flash.
Barry called Oliver to come help him stop Captain Boomerang. That's when they did one of the crossovers.
Okay, I will...
Or the other way around, one of the two.
I will say, I will give you that. Because the Flash seems like it just has...
Just like, oh, you were standing here when the flux capacitor exploded.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever it is. But so now you have superpowers? I'm like...
I kind of feel like
I got it with Barry. He got struck by lightning, blah, 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 whatever.
I kind of feel like the Arrow just seems like a homicidal maniac to me. Like, he goes around in the first season killing people. He's not Batman, let's put it that way.
I give you that.
He's like Robin Hood,
but,
all mad.
Well, it's like, I guess, different culture, though. He was in a different world than Barry.
He was on a desert island.
Yeah, he had to learn to kill to survive. Like
what, coconuts?
No, there was like these army that was there.
See, that's where I got off on the wrong foot when it come to the Arrow from the very beginning.
They didn't explain it at the beginning. It was just like, oh, I escaped a desert island. Like it just made it seem like he was stranded. It didn't really show what all he had to go through. Like I really wish that when they did that show, I will give you credit here. When they did that show, if they had started out like season 1, he's on the island. He hooks up with Slade Wilson. It shows their friendship. Shows them get off the island. Way better show instead of, oh, he's on the island. They rescue him off the island. oh, I'm gonna do a flashback and show you what happened on that. I get that. Like, flashbacks are annoying.
Flashbacks are very annoying. Okay, I actually enjoyed the Flash a lot better than the Arrow. I don't know. I guess I kind of like the Smallville Arrow a lot better. And I know we disagree on that one. I actually kind of enjoy that kind of Arrow because that's the kind of Arrow that I grew up with.
There's a lot of different versions of Arrow. You got the Playboy philanthropist type Arrow.
So you like the rough kind of Arrow?
Yeah, I like the darker kind of like rugged.
I mean, I guess that kind of works, but does it work for? I guess I'm an originalist. I guess is what you.
Well, if I was stuck on
I remember
desert island for like 4 years, and I come home, and all of a sudden, I find out that these corrupt mafia people have taken over basically the city my father was trying to build. I might just go off and just kill motherfuckers too.
Yeah, but I remember. I will say this. I remember. You remember the Batman versus? You remember those
not as innocent as they try to make you think he is.
But you remember the old Batman versus Superman commercial? I mean, shows on like CW or WB, whatever.
WB.
I remember, yeah, WB, the old CW. But on that, I remember the Arrow. He was always kind of like the comic relief, and he would always his arrows would shoot out punching bags and things like that.
Like,
and I kind of feel like that's the Arrow that I kind of
Oliver Queen on Arrow goes through those stages where he's like, I'm never gonna kill it yet.
But that's his problem. I feel like he is too much like what we discussed before about Robert Pattinson as Batman. I kind of feel like they're great at brooding, but what do they have after brooding?
Well, he's been in some other stuff that isn't that.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Well, no.
How'd you like that one?
No, he's on some show on Netflix about racing horses or something. I don't know. My mom watched it or something.
Not watching it.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch it either. But it's like Heartland or something like that. I don't know.
Sorry, I'll stick to.
I'm going to stick to my nerd shit.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
I'm not going to do a review over Twilight.
No. But that's why. But I mean, I think that's kind of a big emphasis. I mean, I guess that's what kind of got me into the Flash is because the guy that plays Barry Allen, Gusto or whatever his name is, I feel like he Grant Gusto is his name. I feel like he's just, I don't know, he's got like this demeanor about him. Like I just feel like he kind of fits what Flash is supposed to be like. And I feel like Josh Amell doesn't necessarily, or Stephen Amell, sorry. Bad at names. Stephen Amell. Barely can remember my own name, guys.
Spelled it wrong on
Facebook. That's right. I did spell it wrong on Facebook. But anyways, I just kind of feel like maybe I don't know. It's more to the source material, better on the source material in Flash. Now, granted, the Flash has worse villains.
Definitely, like this. Like metahumans. Like, didn't we see this on Smallville?
I kind of like. I don't know.
Like the metahumans thing. That was what they
basically.
Yeah, the kryptonite was causing these people to become these superhumans and making them evil, and Clark Kent was going and stopping them, and then now it's the same thing with Barry Allen.
It's just kind of and this is one thing that I always have with the crossovers.
That's a crossover they didn't even mean to crossover.
Yeah, if Stephen Amell, if he was actually the great hero he's out to be, why does he let the Flash keep supervillains trapped in their basement without a trial?
Well, if the Flash is a superhero that he claims to be, why does he keep them there?
I don't think the Flash.
So, we're debating between Flash and Arrow here.
You put it that way. They're both pretty dark, is what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say they're not really that great. Like one is like the guy that gives the lotion down on the other thing.
What's Hannibal Lecter?
Yeah, Hannibal Lecter. Like I feel like that's Barry Allen.
Hannibal?
No, the guy that does the lotion thing. I feel like that's Barry Allen. I just feel like Hannibal Lecter is a Stephen Amell in the Arrow version. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, because he's dark. He's dark.
Yeah,
he's very dark.
He's dark, and he's
got a dark.
He's been through a lot, and
and it shows. His scars show. I kind of feel like if there's one big thing that I hate about
my favorite thing was like Flash was like, "Oh, I'm too fast. I can beat you." And so Oliver's like, "Oh yeah, take this arrow to the knee."
I just
like, you shot me.
You challenged me. But I just kind of feel like when it comes to my two biggest things that I hate about the Flash is I hate the time travel. Well, I kind of feel like Barry Allen is. I don't know. I like his version of it. I just kind of feel like the time traveling, and I feel like maybe it's a little bit.
I wouldn't have a problem.
It's a little bit too cheesy at times. That's my two biggest.
I wouldn't have a problem with Barry Allen, or even the time traveling if he wasn't time traveling and screwing up everyone else's life.
Yeah, he didn't just screw up everybody in his own circle. He screws up everybody in everybody else's. Arrow. Yeah, I mean, he literally erased
the sex of their baby.
Our Cisco's brother.
Yeah.
He killed him. I mean, there's like a lot of things.
Yeah, and then the whole point of him trying to learn how to time travel was so he could travel back to save his mom. Then he does that, and he's like, never mind.
The only reason,
I'm just going to let you die again.
The only reason why he actually changes his mind on it is because he's not with. He
wants to be with, what's her name? You watched that show, not me.
I've watched that show a million times, man. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He wants to be with her.
Detective guy's daughter.
Yeah, Detective, look it up. Can you talk to me?
What?
We're looking it up.
I just feel like...
Well, I just feel like either way. I just kind of feel like it is. I just kind of feel like when it comes to that, I feel like it's cheesy. It's cheesy, but it stays true to the source material.
I feel like the Arrow was a better show long term.
You feel like the Arrow's?
Yeah, and I'm saddened that it's over.
I'm getting really sick and tired of the CW just in general. Maybe
I could go back and watch some of once I finish. Now it's over. I could go back and watch some of these on CW because I ain't got to watch everything on CW just to know what's going on with the Flash.
Yeah, I know. I don't like the crossovers, but I mean that's kind of a thing that you've just got to deal with when it comes to the CW.
I think if they did it a couple times, it wouldn't be a big deal.
I mean,
but when you do it to the point that I have to watch every show on CW, now I gotta watch The Flash. I gotta watch Supergirl. I gotta watch All American. What you gonna do there? You
have to start watching All American to watch The Flash.
It's coming. He's gonna go back in time. He's gonna go back in time to, I don't know, save Spencer's dad or something. We'll get there later.
Give it time, and if they do, I guarantee you, we will be the first to do a video.
I guarantee it. But what are y'all's thoughts on which is the better show, Arrow or Flash?
I still say the Flash just because it stays true to the source material.
I'm asking them. Their thoughts.
I know I'm asking them, but I'm telling you, I still stay true to my original thing. You have not changed my mind.
Well, you're wrong. So everybody's okay. It's okay to be wrong every now and then, right?
I see your points.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, even if it's wrong.
Stephen Amell should stay when it comes. He should stay with the Ninja Turtles. That's the way I look at him.
That's Casey Jones.
Yeah, it's Casey Jones. And just be there where no one's watching him.
He's best.
And just stay there. That's the way I feel.
He's the best Oliver Queen there is.
He is. But, I'm just waiting for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to show up on the Flash because, they're I don't know what those things were.
You see them on a Machine Gun Kelly video. They belong there, right?
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank y'all for watching the video.
Please subscribe, comment, like, share. Keep coming.
Remember,